Welcome back to Magoo's Reviews. All right, y'all. So this video is kind of like a just my thoughts and my opinions on what's next for Wayne, for Lil Wayne. I just dropped my video, my pretty much my review on the Carter Six. I did not like the album, you know what I'm saying, and that's just my personal opinion. I actually sat down, listened to each and every single track. I did not care for the album, but at the same time, I am a Wayne fan, so I want to sit up here, and, come with a couple of bullet points on what I think he can do to kind of fix everything right now. For me, man, as far as like music wise, I think he needs to walk outside, bro. I think he needs to walk outside. I think he needs to lock into what's going on around him. The reason why I say that is because Wayne is notorious for being like he doesn't, follow up on a lot of things. Of course, he's a big sports fanatic, so he keeps up with that. But as far as like a lot of things in music, soundscape, he really doesn't keep up with it. For me, my personal opinion, Wayne, he needs to go out there and just listen to what's going on. What's going on in the world, man. Talk about what's going on in your life, stuff like that. I think because he's at that age, Wayne's about 40 plus right now. You know what I'm saying? Even though he's been in the music game since he was a teenager, that's how long we've known him. You know what I'm saying? Like I remember Wayne when he was a teenager, but I think that's good for him. You know what I'm saying? To actually get out there, man. Like, bro, touch grass, see what's going on in the world and stuff like that, man. Putting out in your music and how you feeling about certain topics, like. You know what I'm saying? Like that growth as an artist is very important. You know what I'm saying? I think that's number one. One of the things I would definitely say is that, man, get out there, man, see what's going on in the world. Talk about, things that in your personal life. You know what I'm saying? Like as an artist, man, I think that's where that growth is, especially when you're in that onk phase. Because what they say, the onk phase is like 35 through like 50 or something like that. So he's in that onk stage right now. So yeah, man, talk about that. You know what I'm saying? He had his son on there. So, you know what I'm saying? Talk about fatherhood and everything. Like, even though Wayne does have tracks like that in the past where he really does touch on a lot of things, man. So I would love to hear more of that, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the bars on the Carter Six, I feel like a lot of times he wasn't really talking about anything, talking about pretty smashing chick, you know what I'm saying, for a lot of them. But yeah, man, I would love to hear that, hear his perspective on a lot of things that's going on and how he's feeling about certain things as well. You know what I mean? Number two, man, lock in with one producer, bro. Lock in with one producer, man. In my personal opinion, I would select Mannie Fresh. Mannie Fresh knows Wayne probably like the back of his hand. They've been working together since, he was a kid, like a teenager. They're brothers, low key. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that'd be perfect to lock in with your brothers. Because we all seen the Hot Boys get together. We've seen Juvie, BG, Turk, you know what I'm saying, Wayne, Birdman, Manny. All of them together rocking the stage, and I loved it. I loved it as a fan, seeing them all together. Man, lock in with your brothers, man. That was another thing, too, because the features on here, I'm like, bro, I would have loved to hear a Juvenile feature over anybody on this joint. Give me a Juvenile feature, man. Give me a BG, a Turk, a Hot Boys feature over any other feature on this song. That wasn't to say the features were bad, but I wanted to hear from the family. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to hear from the Cash Money family, and I would have loved to hear from them for the Carter Six more than anything, because Mannie Fresh's beat on Being Myself, that was one of my favorite beats. The sample was dope. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, he needs to lock in with, my personal opinion, I would like to see Lil Wayne lock in with Mannie Fresh just in the records. In the booth, man, just the two of them, you know what I'm saying? Like putting tracks out, kind of similar to how Jay-Z did with No ID and 444, which in my personal opinion is one of Jay-Z's best albums. And that's an album where you really see Jay grow up and talk about a lot of things, story of OJ, Kill Jay-Z. I mean, just really great song, Legacy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a dope album, man. And I think Wayne needs to go that route, you know what I mean? Because he's, like I say, he's in that 40 stage, so it's time to talk about other things, you know what I mean? I think having a Mannie Fresh there, somebody who knows you like a brother, that's perfect. That's like a perfect match. You know what I'm saying? And getting Hot Boys on there. Getting Hot Boys on some records, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, that's definitely number one. Another thing with the features, man, like I say, I'm not the biggest Drake fan, but at the same time, the fans want to hear from Drake and Nicki. I don't know if there's a situation going on behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Because there are people saying that, hey, they really ain't feeling each other. But, man, if you can make amends to actually all three of y'all get on a song and a record together, and it's a good record, you never know what that can do, man. You know what I'm saying? Probably go number one on the Billboard, especially if it's a strong record. So I think just making amends and really locking in with your team. You know what I'm saying? Because I do not know who greenlit the Carter Six, bro. Whoever greenlit that album, I was like, dog, that was crazy, man. That was crazy. And another thing too, man, just getting away from the Carter series. Like if this has to be it, this has to be it. It went out on the bad end, in my personal opinion, because I really do like the first five. You know what I'm saying? I think the first three are classics. Especially two. I think two is probably the best out of all the Carter albums, and three is like that was Wayne at his peak. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop has Carter 2. Carter 1 I think is a cult classic. You know what I'm saying? So for me, I think that, just getting away from the Carter series at this point. That's my third bulletin point. Like, to get away from it, people are saying, oh, make a deluxe edition for the Carter 6. I mean, yeah, no, bro. Get away from the Carter 6 at all costs. This is some of his worst songs I've ever heard. You know what I'm saying? So I think that just getting away from the Carter series overall, man, that's probably the best for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, his next project, man, get back to a mixtape or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Of course, he has the Drought series and, Dedication, all that. I mean, really good stuff, especially I remember when that stuff dropped. So I think, man, maybe his next project should be, man, a new album just with Mannie Fresh, man, or like a single producer where you're just locked in. You know what I'm saying? Because I think he really needs that, man. Talk about topics that are going on in your life, what's going on in the world, how you're feeling about a lot of things, because that's what your fans want to hear. The fans want to hear that growth at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, oh yeah, going back to that point, Jay-Z, yeah, he did it in 444, but Nas did it, man, with Hit Boy and the King's Disease albums and the Magic. Nas put out 6 albums, bro. 6 very good albums just with him and Hit Boy. I think Wayne can do the same thing if he locks in with one producer. Like I said, I think Mannie Fresh would be really good just to hear the two of them in there, man, just knock it out of the park. Yeah, man, I would love to hear that. Love to hear that, man. Another thing, too, yeah, the Clips. The Clips new album about to come out in July. The track, Ace Trumpets, that's all Pharrell. All Pharrell, the production for the whole album. So I think Wayne really needs to go that route as far as just sticking with one producer, man, really having some topics to talk about, really putting some meaning behind the bars. Because like I said, a lot of times he was just rapping to rap. You know what I'm saying? There wasn't no theme around certain songs. I think Band for NOI could have had like a really cool story behind it and stuff like that. I did like Written History. Like I said, Welcome to the Carter, Bells. There were some songs on here I like, Being Myself. But for the most part, there was a lot, man. Oh, goodness gracious. There was a lot of stuff there on here that I did not like for the Carter 6. You know what I'm saying? I mean, going back to my notes, man, like, yeah, like Island Holiday, Loki's theme, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? But yeah, we shall see. Now, here's one thing I did pull up. Now, this is coming from ESPN, ESPN.com. This is 2 days ago, right? ESPN debuts Lil Wayne's The Days Off New Carter 6 album for the NBA Finals. I said that's what it was, bro. I didn't even notice at the time. But when I heard The Days Off featuring Bono, I said, this is that pop track that you can see, like in the sports commercials for like the NFL, the NBA and stuff like that. If Wayne did, because I don't see him doing it now. If Wayne did host the Super Bowl or he was like the performer of the Super Bowl, that would be a song that he would put out there because it has that pop record and it has Bono. So even though, and Bono's a legend, I thought Bono, that feature for Bono fit perfectly for that theme, because it had that poppy theme to it. You know what I mean? So when I read that up, it was like ESPNpressroom.com, like, oh, Lil Wayne debuts The Days Off for the NBA Finals. That makes sense. Wayne is a big sports fan and stuff like that. So yeah, man, so those are a few of my bullet points, man. 1, get out there, see what's going on in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually rap about it. Rap about how you're feeling, what's going on in your personal life. I know he, gave his son some shine on the album. So, yeah, man, I think that'd be really good. Number 2, the production, man, locking in with one producer. I think Mannie Fresh would be very good, you know what I'm saying, to lock in with that producer. As far as, like, to pick, like having strong features on there, I would have loved, like, say, a Juvenile feature, good Lord. Like, get back with your brothers, man. Get back to, your day ones at the end of the day. I think that'd be really perfect for him. Another thing, getting away from the Carter series. I think this was not a good good way to go out as far as the Carter series. But my personal opinion, I think that's what needs to be done, man. Just get away from the Carter series, create something new. And yeah, because this was definitely, it doesn't stain all of them because, like, for the most part, the Carter series is very strong. But yeah, man, I think as far as this album, though, yeah, this is bottom of the barrel for the Carter series. Yeah, man, like, that's just a few bullet points I have for, what I think Wayne can do as far as moving forward, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a Wayne fan, so I want to come up here and think about some positive things, to kind of like, all right, let's get the ball rolling in the right place. You know what I'm saying? Because every artist has their setback. Every artist has that one album. It's like, dang. But for him, yeah, this is bad. Like, Eminem has a bad album. You know what I'm saying? There's others who have bad albums, but yeah, I think the Carter 6, especially for the anticipation and the hype, you know what I'm saying, for like all the hoopla from the Super Bowl and everything like that, this was definitely a letdown. But yeah, we shall see next. But that's just, a few bullet points, some positive notes that I would like to see from Lil Wayne moving forward. Anyway, tell me what you guys think about in the comment section. Do y'all think there should be some other things that he can, add to moving forward for him? You know what I'm saying? Like, I love to hear from you guys at the end of the day. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Hope everybody has a blessed day. I'll see y'all soon. Have a good one.